Let's see. Let's see. Morning. Good morning. Let me see. We got Joe already on YouTube. Are the gappers today? Pally. Pally Gapper 397 high. I don't know how I feel about this one. Get Pares, what pairs? I'm not trading pairs. I'm trading stock market. Stocks. 685 on this one. Good morning, people. Good morning. Let me see. ONCS is the one I'm looking at. 685 high. Daily looks good. 578 is the daily resistance I'm looking at. You can see it kind of respected it. Well, that was yesterday actually. Could get a bounce there, but I don't know. I really honestly feel like everything that's been moving up recently just has not had any continuation. So I just have a feeling this one might pop a high, barely, maybe not at all, and it's just gonna fade. So we'll keep an eye on this one. ONCS, GOTU is another one. This one's got room to the 200 moving average actually. GOTU 128 high, 200 moving average at 155. So it's got room. And then we do have daily levels here around 119. 119, 117. Let me see, what is this first one here? 113, and then I see 118, 119. So I actually do like this one here. I like go to. If we reclaim that 118, this one could be hitting up to that 128. Previous runners, let me look at some other ones. CDIO was one from yesterday. Could turn around and make a new high, so I'm going to put alerts on this one, maybe above 250. STSA, I don't like that one. NMTC, this one popped up at open, rejected it all. I mean, maybe if we get back to 141, that was exactly the 200 moving average. I remember this one from yesterday. So if we get another attempt up there, we might break it. Fry rig like Pally at ONCS. That's exactly what I'm seeing so far. I think I like ONCS a little better, but we'll keep an eye on it. ICU was the one from yesterday. Nothing there. ELP was the short from yesterday. Off a daily level, it ended up pulling back. BWB, nothing on this one. We have a 147 high still recently. On this one, it's not bad, but I don't really like it. We do have downtrend as well. So I guess I'd be looking for a break of downtrend on this one. But that's if we even get up there today. It might not be today, it might be another day. But keep an eye on it. Morning, Chicago. Morning, Terrence. Good morning, bro, and chat. Hope you have a green day. Morning to Mimi, Joe, Rome. Morning, Chicago Sid over on Tradecaster. Same for everybody on TikTok. Good morning, guys. Hopefully, we get a green day. Hanish, good morning. Let me see. NWTN was yesterday's stock. MAT could be setting up as well. MAT is still holding sideways on the daily, or on yesterday. It went sideways all day. We didn't get that high, but we're still holding kind of that $2. I mentioned yesterday $2 will be a pretty strong level. Morning, Tech and Money, Easy Money, Amy Young, Jay Harden, Corey. I have to have a green day today. Like, there's no exception. I have to have a green day today. There is no exception. So I'm probably going to be about as patient as you guys will ever see me. And if I start doing something that's not clean, clear entry, quality setup, you guys better tell me you're stupid, because I need to be patient today and wait for a good trade. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep adding to these red days. They're small, but they add up when there are a bunch of them together. Pelly and ONCS both have small floats. What's good? What's good, Roadrunner? Good morning. Welcome everybody else in here. Gina, what level Pally will be shorted? That 321 is gonna act as a little bit of resistance, but I think if we get over that 321, this could look good for us. You see a couple of lines here on 321. If I draw that line all the way across on 321 for this one, kind of like resistance, stays under it, and then once it gets on top of it, it holds it, and then takes off, and then once again it loses it, it flushes. And it's that same level where the pre-market high went to this morning. Tesla, I'm gonna look at Tesla a little bit, but I'm not gonna eyeball it that much. Well, actually, Tesla's the only reason I keep going green every day, except yesterday. But Tesla's pretty beaten down on the daily. What the heck just happened? That was weird. Tesla, it's had several red days in a row. How much time do we got? We got 9 minutes still. We got plenty of time. So Tesla on the daily looks pretty beaten down to me. You got a lot of levels in here. The ones that I'm looking at for Tesla today is that kind of flat bottom during pre-market, during let me see, during after hours yesterday. So kind of this level here of 167.59. There's a lot of wicks here towards holding that lows there. So holds it one, holds it twice, stays over it, kind of loses it and flushes, and then reclaims it and then pulls back up. So I think if we bounce off 167.57, or if we pull down to 167.57, that could be a good bounce play, a good dip buy. Um, Again, I think if we go under 166.57, I think if this ends up flagging right under it, I think we could go down to a new low. So if we end up flagging under it, push through it, flag through it, over, like back to it, like this. I can't get my words out. So if we push down to it and then flag down to it, up to it, I guess, I think we could see them move back down to a lower. But I don't know. I'm not gonna say I think, but I feel like Tesla's had enough downturn, so I feel like it's gonna try to pop up a little bit, or it's either gonna fade down and then pop up and then climb the rest of the day. It's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red days on the daily chart. Morning, Blair. Thanks for the good luck. I definitely need it. Spy also, I think Rome C and I had a little bit of a pennant going on Spy. Um, so this was my uptrend here, and this was my downtrend, and it looks like we actually broke out of it. It looks like we broke out of that downtrend. So there was one, two, and kind of three, four, five touches in there. Looks like it is trying to break out. It did break out, and it's trying to get a little bit of momentum. I don't know if SPY goes back up to 400. It might. SPY might go back up to 400s. So we got 5, 6 minutes still. I looked at some of the other ones from yesterday. MMAD doesn't look bad if we can keep holding that $2. Which is the other one? CDIO doesn't look bad if we can get back up to those 250 levels. So I got an alert right above 250 on CDIO. ICU, I don't like this one. ELP was that easy to borrow. I don't really like that one either. SHC, UDA, not either. GRND was a short for a lot of people yesterday. Had that big run up the day before, a short the next day. DLO. Actually, DLO is kind of opening up, but this one's so being down on the daily. I could see this one pop up a little bit more. It's not my type of play. To me, this looks like a giant bear flag. Um, Looks like a giant bear flag to me. Let me look at the ones that Blair's calling out because I did not see a couple of those. B-Way. B-Way, pretty oversold. Staff. Staff, lower volume, but the daily chart looks better than B-Way. Yeah, I get you, I get you. Morning, Juan. How about your short account? Were you open in finally? I sent in my documentation yesterday, and so I still have to get approved. Because I submitted the application like Thursday or Friday, and then I called them yesterday and I was like, hey, just wanted to make sure, like, I never got an email that my application was submitted. I never got an email that everything was done successfully or whatever. And so I called them, and then they were like, yeah, we'll check up on it and then call you back. And they called me back, and I guess I guess whenever it asks you like how much risk you want to put on, they're like give you options. There's like low risk, medium risk, moderate risk, good risk, or like significantly risk, like the highest one. And I think I put moderate or like good risk, like decent risk. Like obviously I'm gonna take some risk shorting and borrowing and stuff. And they called me back and he was like, yeah, we're gonna have to resubmit your application because if you're gonna day trade and be over PDT rule, we need you to put down significant risk. And I was like, well, I know it's significant risk. Like, I just obviously I'm not gonna jump into that shorting account and short and make or lose 5K the first day. Like I'm gonna take it slow. So that's why I was like, just decent risk, moderate risk, and and they called me back and said I had to resubmit it. So I resubmitted it yesterday, but the guy was on the phone with me and then told me to submit my information and stuff like driver's license and all that. So I did that, and hopefully it should be open. Probably not gonna be open this week, and when you transfer money, you still gotta wait a couple days. So I'm hoping next week, maybe mid next week, it should be open. But then again, Thursday and Friday are holidays, so I'm hoping he approves it today or tomorrow, and then even if I send money in Thursday or Friday, it may not be there till Monday or Tuesday, and then maybe it takes 2 to 3 days depending on how they do it, which I don't know yet. And then don't even get me started about the whole platform because that's going to take a long time to learn. It's not Thinkorswim, so I got to relearn the whole platform. I don't even know how to locate shares. I think they use DAS. I thought they had their own platform, but I think they use DAS, so I'm just going to be a little careful with that in the beginning. But yeah, should be open pretty soon. Should be open pretty soon, hopefully. How often do you go live and do this? Every morning, man. Almost every morning. Almost every morning because last Friday I had a. Actually, not even last Friday. But Friday before that I had a wedding, so I had to go. Thursday is going to be Thanksgiving, so I don't do that. And I'm going home for Thanksgiving, so Friday I won't stream. It's half a day anyways. And then very end of the year I'm going to go on vacation, so I won't stream 1 week. But other than that, it's Monday through Friday, 15 minutes before market opens, completely free. So name, you're not trading today. Okay, well, keep an eye on the market. Tamimi, thank you for saying that ONCS has an offering. Thank you, thank you. Good morning, Juan. Okay, yeah. So we got a minute left. Also, Polar is already short on ONCS, and this is the only one that I'm really looking to go long on. So Zach is in here. What's up, Zach? You're still not missing much on the low caps, man. But anyway, SPY looks like broke out of downtrend, broke out of a little bit of a pennant there. I like that little picture also. We got 15 seconds till market opens. Here we go. I'm really not liking any small caps besides ONCS. Pally's kind of pulling down. Go to over 118. We got MMAT over $2, holding $2. Could take some trades on that one long. ONCS, the only thing I do know is it's got a daily level at 578. It could drop down to that level, but we will see. Tesla is actually pulling down to that 67.57, which is that flat bottom from pre-market or post-market yesterday, kind of the end of the day. That's where I'm thinking maybe Tesla catches a little bit of a bounce, but I'm not going to jump in it like that blindly. ONCS is getting flushed on. I saw green, and as soon as I zoomed in, it was a red candle. If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that like button for me. Thank you. My views has definitely dropped. I guess I'm losing money doesn't attract people. Pally kind of retracing a little bit. Pally's got a high of 397 and we're sitting at almost $3. MMAT kind of flushing down. I was kind of hoping MMAT holds $2 today because I think MMAT could have made a nice little grindy day. Tesla is trying to bounce here a little bit over 167.50s. Pally is kind of going for it. I don't mind this Pally here. We could get a double top of that pre-market high, which is 320, so at least I can get a trade up there. Not I'm not minding Pally. Let me see how this candle's close here. Let me see if I get a nice little pullback on Pally. Pally's kind of squeezing pretty good. We got a little resistance 311, but we got that 320 pre-market high. If I get a bounce all the way down to VWAP, I might jump in on this one. Took a small scalp on Pally. It was up like 100 and something, and then it just reversed on me, so I only made 40 bucks there. ONCS kind of holding up a little bit, so I want ONCS to put a nice leg, but actually, I was going to say, it looks like the volume was dying as it was going back up. Pally is still okay, actually, but volume is definitely increasing on this red candle, so I got to be careful. Tesla turned back around, turned green. You know, another thing that I've noticed is I keep seeing people posting their charts on like Twitter at the end of the day and stuff. Now that John got me into Twitter, Tech and Money, people don't like the reality that it's not always a green day. Got to keep grinding. Yep. Um, ONCS absolutely flushing. Good job, Oso Polar. You literally have been killing it every single day. What was I gonna say? Pally actually does not look bad. If it keeps holding this low and volume is dying like that, it actually does not look bad. So I'm looking at Pally, see if I get another little bit of a dip entry down here. It's kind of holding this pullback here with really low volumes, but you know, I'm looking at Pally, see if I get a little bit of a dip entry down here. Took an entry on Pally there. I think I really want to get most of my shares out because I don't want to risk losing the only profit that I got. But it looking not bad. It looks like it wants to go. I see a lot of buy orders on the tape. It looks like it wants to. It looks like it wants to, but it's not quite going. So I'm gonna take a little bit more out. See, I'm gonna get fully out of that trade. So $176. You know, it's green so far. It's green. It's a green start. I'm liking it. Oh, I've been missing the green color on my P&L charts. Rome C watching GR the end. Oh, I was saying though, I've been noticing that every time I come and watch everybody's charts at the end of the day on Twitter, it's like everybody buys and sells, and they like don't really scalp. They actually end up finding the big moves, even if it's a losing trade. Now Pally's actually gonna go, isn't it? People end up like finding the big moves, and that's something that looking back at it, I never did. I never found the big moves trading. I never was the guy to. I found the big moves on a squeeze. Like if a stock is popping up and showing a squeeze, I was there to find the second that moment squeezed. But I was never there to find sell the buy the dip, really sell the peak, sell the top. And that's something that I'm going to try to work on a little bit better, even if it's smaller share size, but try to get the bigger move. I know it's hard in this market, but I think shorting is going to help in that sense because this is a perfect flag here on Pally. I jumped on it twice, but see, that's what I'm talking about. Jumped on it and I stopped out, and jumped on it and I took my profit. Or I should have bought smaller size, maybe added it again, smaller size, and then looking here, still holding here. That's what I should have done. And then this, as it pops up, then you start letting them go up here. That's the bigger move, not scalp the winner, scalp winner there. See it now, and now it wants to open up. MMAT actually recovered $2, so I'm gonna keep a close eye on MMAT. Pally, Pally breaking pre-market highs. Pally 2 green candles in a row. If we can close this nice 5-minute green candle again, pretty high, look for that pullback. Sanya join again after completion of targets. Morning, JD. James, just trading support your life, or do you have a job? It does. What are the three different color lines representing? Oh my gosh, look at Pally now. What the heck is this? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with Pally? I cannot catch a break. Holy crap, man. Zach is still holding from 3. Pally absolutely ripped. Okay, Tech and Money made some money. Looks like Blair made some money, though. Blair, you're up 144. That's great, Blair. Alex looks like also sold a little bit. I think who else is in? Who else is actually in this halt? Zach from on Tradecaster is in the halt. 397 is a high. Any resumption below 397, you could get that move through $4. But holy crap, man! I mean, I jumped in 2,500 shares, 5K shares down here around $3. I should have held. I should have held. That's what I'm talking about. The big move. I'm such a scalper mindset that I let go of everything way too early. But if you guys took that Pally trade where I took it and held a little bit longer, then congrats. Big green on Pally for Hassan, but he's out now. Good job. Michael Crystal 1,000 at 308. Okay, so you're still in it. You're up with 1,000 shares. Then you're almost up $700, right? I hold every day. Today I sell Pally, it flies. That that's literally the what happens in the stock market, man. Michael is in, yeah, sold at break even. Picked up small shares at the halt level. Okay, Corey, you got back in it. So halted at 37. Halted at 37.21. So should be live at 43. No, 42. Also is out of ONCS. Tesla pulling back on down to, well, SPY and Tesla both are to this 167 level. 167.57 level is the level I'm looking on Tesla, being gonna be watching it there. Yeah, good job. Good job, Blair. You're up 144 on that. You know, SPY could pull down and I mean Tesla could pull down and hold at 167.57, but keep in mind there's a new low at 165, just $2 below, so just it could end up just falling through there. Pally's at the daily downtrend level. Daily, I only see one line up here. Oh wow, from way back there. Oh, I see what you mean actually. Yeah, I didn't even look that far back. 397 is a high. The only thing I'm looking is if this thing resumes anywhere under $4, anywhere under 397, I might take a quick scalp for it for the break of 397, $4. The three color lines. My purple one is VWAP, my 9 AMA is the blue line, and my white line is the 20. I got it, Ting Con King Con. So this should resume, I think, at 42.20, right? 42.21, I think is what it resumes at. To meet me there, put it. I got in Pally 311 and put a stop loss to break even. My paper trading platform stopped me out, and it wasn't even close to my stop. That's weird. It sucks, though. Pally should be live here in less than a minute now. 40 seconds, I think. 30 seconds. Hassan is up 140. Good job. We did see 2 halts in a row yesterday. We did see 2 Pally 10,000 shorts. To short it, you have to pay that much to short this one? Holy crap. Wait, you have to pay 1,500 to short 10,000 shares? Holy crap, shorts are not going to be jumping in on this. You know, some of those things actually help sometimes. I mean, I don't know. I hope it's not giving me a terrible bias, but I think we can get the break of 397.4. Should be live here in about 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1, live. And is it a 10-minute halt? Sometimes they resume out of nowhere, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. It might actually be a 10-minute halt. Man, ONCS absolutely dropping. I think this one's going to be a 10-minute halt. Tesla pulling down on that 167.57. If it flags right up to it, there's that play that I was calling out here. That 167.57 here, you could end up pulling down to a new low, I think. Tesla, I think this could pop a nice flag here up to 167.57 and maybe get that short down to 165 new low. This kind of sucks though, because now Pally should be live. Well, Pally's going to be live at 47. Tesla, not quite, well, it could be 167.57, but even if it kind of pops up to these levels of pre-market 168.40-ish, 168.50, anywhere up here, I could be looking short for that move back on down again. If I even get it, though. I'm not going to chase it. Pally should unhalt at 47, right? So 47.21. Alright, Dinkon King. Yeah, I'm in here every morning. Let me know if you have any questions at all. Yeah, Pally float is 1.4. It's a pretty small float, so it could end up ripping. It could end up flushing. But I'm looking at, honestly, I really like this Tesla short up here. Any spike up on Tesla up to 168-ish. Small little kind of bear flag here and see if we get another move down lower to 165 on Tesla. But it's not quite pulling up for me to get an entry on it. And then Pally is going to resume here in about a minute and a half. Tesla, I'm going to start looking for the shorts somewhere around here-ish. My first entry there on Tesla. I want this thing to pull up a little bit more and I'd be comfortable with it. Pally is going to be a low float, so that thing might end up squeezing or not, but I don't know that there's going to be a clear entry on it, so might actually have time to close this trade here, whatever profit I'm making, and then look at Pally, but Pally opens at 47.21, so it should be unhalting pretty soon. Tesla looking to add more shorts in here. even up to BWAP. I'm looking to add short on Tesla and see if I get that move lower past 167.57. Pally should be on halting now. Yeah, it spawned over $4, so even that, no interest there. You could have chased it, but there's no way I can chase that. This Tesla short, I averaged in, started averaging in higher, higher, higher. Now, even though it's still from the first, higher than the first entry I took, I am back in the green on this Tesla trade, but I need this thing to kind of bear flag here and then make that lower move. If it ends up reversing on me, I'll stop out, but I'm looking at this thing to kind of create a nice little 5-minute bear flag here and then move on lower past 167. Back down to 165 maybe. Pally hitting 445. You could be looking at 450 break. If you're still in, you could hold a little bit, but there's no way you can chase that. Unless you chase a small share size, and that's what you guys want. But those are risky. They could end up flushing. They could end up dumping. You know, small float, the more volatile it is. The lower the float, the more volatile it is. Tesla losing volume up here. I still have 300 shares short. Pretty good cost basis, so if this was to rip here, I'd stop out pretty quick, but if this ends up dumping, I would have some pretty good gains all the way down to the lows. I think Pally halted again. Zach is still in it, that's right. Somebody else was still in it. Michael Crystal was still in it on Pally, so good job. Tesla, I'm waiting for the dump on Tesla. There goes a little bit of Tesla. I'm just going to cover 100 shares just because, and I'm actually going to just go ahead and throw a stop. Oh, wow. Well, it didn't get stopped out. So I got to stop right on top of that candle with 200 shares short on Tesla. I'm looking for this thing to flag here and then make that lower move way down to 165, hopefully. So I have 200 shares left, stop at break even. And somehow I lost 2 cents on this trade. And somehow I lost 2 cents on that whole trade. As far as small caps, holy crap, ONCS is flushing. Pally halted again. Now it's definitely a risky play up there. So I don't know what to think of Tesla now. I thought we could get a move lower, but now it's not. The other level that is pretty important, I think, is 170. 170 was respected a lot yesterday. Small caps are absolutely dead besides Pally. Like, there's nothing else that I'm looking at on the small caps. Zach hovering around 2K today. Gonna cash out quick when it reopens. Good job, Michael. That's a crazy trade there. And Zach. Zach also got in on Pally there. Don't tell me, Tesla, you're actually going to reverse and drop now. Zach rode that Pally move all the way up. So did Michael rode that move all the way up. Michael's still holding a little bit, so hopefully even gets you a higher resumption and then you can get out. Really hope that thing does not halt or resume lower for you. ONCS 512 looks really good for a small bounce. ONCS, there's no way I'm touching that, Blair. Look, there's no volume on it. Like even Oso Polar said, volume is dying on it. I don't think, that even if buyers try to defend 512, I don't think any of them can stop that from dripping down like it is from sellers. Good job, Michael Crystal. Good profits there. When does Pally resume? So look at the time that it got halted at. The last time it got halted at. So it got halted at right now 8:48:41. So it should resume 5 minutes after that, which should be 8:53:41. So in exactly 1 minute. Exactly 1 minute now. You know, Tesla, I was thinking that 167 ends up dropping out of it and flushes down to a low. But, you know, I did mention Tesla's had a lot of red days, and that 167 looks like it's good support for yesterday. So, honestly, if it keeps holding this 167 the way it is, I might actually be going long on 167 for the move back up to 170. So, I'm going to keep an eye on it. If we keep holding 167 like this, I will take dips of it. If we end up having a very aggressive move to the downside, and flush under 167, I will try to catch a little bit of a retracement, bounce, scalp all the way down to 165 lows. But right now, I'm gonna see how it reacts against this 167.50. 167.50 is the level I'm watching on Tesla. I know I'm kind of saying both ways, but that's exactly what trading is. Um, so if I get a big flush down, kind of retrace back up, I'm looking long. If this is low volume play here, I'm looking short for the move down to 165. If this wants to hold here and Tesla wants to go green finally for the first day in 6 great days, I'm going to be looking long off of 167.50. Oh, Pally resumed. Michael, get out. Oh my gosh. Dude, how is that possible? That stock was just at $3. How is that possible? Zach just made a 100% return on that. Michael probably did too. Got out at 520. Good job. Zach, you have to be fully out, right? Zach's like, you know what? Maybe I'll come back to small caps. Zach's like, maybe I'll come back to small caps. Also, Polar, are you shorting Pally now? That is crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, then I'm going to go defrost a turkey and grab a mimosa. That is crazy, Michael. That's a nice trade. Anybody that caught that, that's a nice trade. I unfortunately sold way too early. All right, let me see. My TikTok people, it's falling right now. It's going to break very soon. 24.40 off of Pally. Good job. Somebody should have bought. I was in on Pally, but I let it all go. I'm new to day trading. I'm just trying to learn how to get what you're doing, Juan. Do you use TraderView? No, this is Thinkorswim. If anybody on TikTok really want to learn and want to put the effort into it, you know, I do offer a course, and this whole week I'm offering a discount for Black Friday. Here's the aggressive move down on Tesla. We got a previous low here of 166, and then we got that all-time low at 165. So let's see if we can kind of chase this one to the downside. But I do offer my course, and if you guys are interested, that discount is 150 off. Just type that in at the checkout page. Valid for this week only. If you have any questions about my course, you can always ask me. Complete beginner to all the way to my strategies now. It teaches you everything that I know, and you can always show me your trades. I review them. Any questions you have, I always review them as well. So I got in on Tesla short again. I mentioned if I get that really big push down, I might want to chase it for the move lower. See if I can take out these lows and see if I can ride one all the way down to that 165. A lot of buyers stepping in there, so if we take those out, we could end up free falling again. I'm going to cover half and then just leave half a break even again. So there's a move down on Tesla. I mentioned if we end up falling out of 167, you might be able to chase it. And if we get out of this 166 level here as well, 166, this previous pivot, we could be looking at a new low on Tesla down to 165.38. That's extended hours low this morning or yesterday night. I don't know which, yesterday post market, one of those two, but extended hours low for sure. So I'm trying to be patient with these 100 shares, trying to let them ride all the way down, see if we get out of this 166 pivot, see if we end up free falling down to 165. Not a big share size position, but up 150 right now on Tesla, and this thing could keep on pulling down. There's that 166. It's going to have a little bit of a bounce there, but my stop is above that previous candle. But there's a crack of that level. I'm actually going to, well, I was going to sell half of that crack. See, the more buyers you think they're trying to push it up, but the sellers are heavier. This thing just, that's what happened there. Buyers tried, but sellers pushed it, and sellers were more aggressive, so then they got all those buyers to quickly cover right there. So my stop was right over that candle, so if it pops up that high anyways, I will still stop out. But I'm kind of just looking left at these pivots here, kind of wanting to see if it wants to pull back off of this levels there. Kind of like that actually. But I'm not liking it. I'm going to fully get out. Oso Polar, Pally, no, too expensive to short. Yeah, I figured. So I got out of that Tesla trade there and fully went right back up. So I stopped out at the perfect time. How do I get your course? It's in the link in the TikTok bio. So if you go to the TikTok bio, oh, Trade Zero is down. If you go to the TikTok bio, you can open up the link, and there's one of the first ones is my course, and you can get my course there. Like you get put into your private Discord. You can ask me questions there, review your trades. If there's any topics you guys I don't cover in there, I cover them. If you just ask me for it, somebody just did that last week, and I made a video and uploaded it to the course. No charge. All of that. So and then type in 150 off for that discount. Tesla, kind of big opening here. Kind of a little bit of a big squeeze on Tesla after that attempt to make a new low. So I'm going to try to chase this, reclaiming 167.57, and see if we get the move continuation back up to VWAP. Holding this 1 minute candle, trying to hold at 167.57. There's the buyers come in, back in the green on this trade. I want to see this candle hold here, and then next candle will explode up to VWAP, hopefully. There's the volume come in. There's the next candle here, explode back up to VWAP. That was a nice trade. I called that trade exactly. So I'm going to take half there and leave 100 runners. Wow, I called that trade exactly. Literally exactly like I'm going to try to hold these 100 shares. Tesla's had enough of red days, and Tesla might run up a couple dollars up today to the green side, and if I can catch them all with these 100 shares, that might be a good little bit of a profit if this thing keeps running. So I'm going to try to hold these. Trade zero's down. Yeah, I heard Oso Polar said it. So I tried shorting Tesla, didn't work, stopped out, kind of reversed on us, and I chased it to the long side. So now I am long Tesla, riding it to the top side. That's why I said, I can't ever say Tesla's going to be red today 100%. Tesla's going to be green today 100%, right? But I just react to what the market shows. I could see a test of 170 for sure. And then if Tesla wants to go green on the day, I think it's got to go and can move up a couple dollars to the top side. So 100 shares running, up $170 on these 100 shares, up $300 on Tesla total. A part of me wants to take this right here because I've had pretty bad days, and right now I'm probably sitting at $500 profit. That's a good green day. That's a decent green day. But a part of me knows that Tesla can keep running today. So what I might actually do, though, is... Well, I'm going to wait. I'm going to sell half and then keep half, so that way I don't have... 170 is the next leg on Tesla. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least I think I can get 170. So I'm gonna try to sell half as close as possible to 170, and then I'm really gonna leave 50 shares running. This is actually holding pretty well up here, just for having a smaller pullback. And even if it pulls back down, I think buyers are gonna attack it even more. Pally is actually not flushing like I thought it would after that big old move. Tesla wants to get the next leg out of here. See if it can squeeze a little bit more people out, more shorts, back up to 170, and I will gladly take 50 shares out, half of it. Keep on, get out of this pivot here. There it goes, back up to 170. Pretty close, pretty close, pretty close. Not quite. I'm going to sell half anyway, so now I really have 50 stop running down at... Break even is way down there. I'm going to leave it there. So finally a decent trade, up $340 on Tesla right now. FDA news don't always mean it's going to surge up, mate. There's a dip chance there on Pally. Risk is higher though, like 4%. Kevin got in 31% right after open, sold 176 on Pally. FDA news is news. I see. FDA I buy. Oh, yeah. Kevin is right though. Kevin's taking a chance. Oh, Trade Zero's back. That's one reason I was gonna open a short account with Trade Zero, but I've heard a lot of iffy things about Trade Zero platform. Sometimes it glitches, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it crashes, sometimes it can't show you informations or stuff like that. And so that's why I decided to just open Guardian. I thought you want to go long. I am long. He sold half already, but good to take profit. Get ready to short. I'm hoping Tesla doesn't get caught into this range again. The 170 down to, well, there's the 170. I knew we could hit 170. I hope it doesn't get caught in this range here, which is why I want to let go of half. Pretty close up here. But I'm hoping Tesla wants to have a pretty green day today. It's had 6 red days on the daily. It's got pretty bean down. I could see Tesla back up to the 175s-ish. Not saying today, but just looking at the daily. Man, Pally is holding up. Pally is holding up. Yeah, good job, Kevin. Kevin also, everybody that took advantage of Pally, Kevin also bought in when it was 31% up, and he sold when it was 176% up. So he definitely made a little over 100% as well. Yeah, good job, Kevin. Tesla is still struggling at that 170. I knew 170 looked pretty strong off of yesterday's price action. If you go look at 170 yesterday, that was this level right here. Clean spike, clean retest, kind of rejection there. This morning, kind of a bunch of jumping up and down off of 170. Spy double top at high day. I see that, and kind of the same thing with sniper trades. What's up, man? Kind of the same thing with Tesla. I see that it made a higher high this morning, and then it kind of made this lower high just now. So both Spy and Tesla kind of doing the same thing. The platform is Thinkorswim. The broker is TD Ameritrade. And if I think you were one of the ones I was asking about my course. In my course, guys, like I know you guys maybe have zero idea of trading stocks. So in my course, I break down brokers. I break down types of accounts you can open. I break down how to get around certain rules. I break down which brokers are better for which. You know, I did all of that in my course. So you get all of it there. Who made a killer trade with me on Pally? Zach did. Zach got back in here, made a 100% return. And then Michael on trade on YouTube killed it. Kevin on YouTube killed it. I don't know who else got it. Finally caught a good size move in GRND. 2050 sold 21.90. That's over $1 a share. Good job. So obviously I'm a little bit happier today just because I got some green trades in. I have to end this streak. I am currently sitting in the longest. I am currently sitting in the longest red streak I've ever had in my whole trading career ever. 5 days red in a row. Never happened. I don't think I'd even had 3 days in a row until not too long ago, earlier this year, when I pointed out to you guys. Honestly, I don't think Tesla's going to break out of here. The volume is really dying as this thing is trying to push back up. It is looking more like a short to me, but I'm going to stick my shares out here and see what happens. NWTN pushing. NWTN was yesterday's stock. I see it. Pally is surprisingly holding very well. Volume is practically almost dead, probably, but let me see. Well, actually, that's still decent volume. Kevin likes to see 130 hold and then up to. Now, Kevin, when you measure that, do you measure it from yesterday or from today open? No, you have to be measuring from yesterday. Kevin, when you measure those percentages, where do you measure them off of? Yesterday's close, today's pre-market open, today's market open, yesterday's market close. If it's today's pre-market open, that's about 180%. That would make sense. Rome C letting go of his GR and D play. Good job, good job. What was the one that somebody called? NWTN. NWTN, for one, I think this might be backside of it. And two, for this one to really retrace back up to the front side and get back into a nice groove, I think this one's got to get some more volume. But even this trend line here, it looks like it's just retesting the back end of it, actually. So quick little trend line there. It looks to me like it spiked up right up to the back end of that and retesting it. So that's where shorts are going to come in. No, I know. I was just asking, how do you measure the percentages? Like, Where do you start measuring it out of? Like if I go to Pally right now, the Thinkorswim tells me what the percentage is, but actually I can do it myself. It says it's up 120%. That has to be from market open then. No, it's not. It has to be from pre-market open then to now. 118. Yeah. So it's from pre-market open. Got it. From pre-market open. Tesla decides to push out of 170, and I'm still riding Tesla long. This is one good thing about trading Tesla every day. When you get a trade in your favor, you can just let it sit there, you know. Especially if you have bigger share size in some of these plays, if you just let them sit there. Oh, it depends on how you have it set? Okay, okay. Got it. I think Tesla reclaiming 170 is going to be a good bullish indicator for the rest of today, hopefully. I do have a trend line on Tesla for the last, I don't know, 7 days to the downside, and we're gonna get pretty close to it here. I think it's that line right there. So maybe sell some there, maybe let it ride. I'm not sure. Spry broke high of day, same thing with Tesla. So, but I don't know what to do here. What do you guys think I should do? Should I take my profit and run, or should I sell a little bit and keep running, or should I sell it all? GRND is moving. Rome C's been calling it. Rome C is already in it. Yeah, hopefully, Kevin, because it's been tough, man. It's been tough. And I made a little bit on Pally. I think that was my first trade, but unfortunately, you know, there was no way for me to know that that was gonna rip like that. And it wasn't. Like for a second when I was in it down here, it was like this candle here was slow, like it kind of slow, and then this candle out of nowhere just went boom. And that one's, but that's when I was like, oh, what the heck? Like at that point is when it did it. Tyler, run, run, run. Let me see. Rome C's got a fourth of his position left on GRND. I think that's what I have left on Tesla as well, because I jumped in with 200 shares, so I got 50 shares left. Yeah. Let me see what you guys have on TikTok. Yeah, only this week I'm offering the 150 discount, and it's usually 450, so it brings it down to 300. But I can guarantee you, you go out there and you're not gonna find courses that cheap. With a lot of other people. And you know, I trade live every single morning, so I'm making. I think I'm close to $600 profit today, and I'm doing it completely free, so you guys know that I'm actually making money, and this is real money that I'm making, and so that kind of gives you guys a little sense of trust that hey, maybe this guy does know what he's doing, you know. But yeah, if you guys are interested, the link is on TikTok bio. Brings it down to 300. Sell all in short? No, I don't think it's a short yet. I'm not moving my stop out because fear. If I move it up, I'll move it up to kind of all of these pivots here, maybe right under VWAP. But I'm hoping 170 here is going to act as a little bit of support now. I don't have a reason to sell yet. I'm hoping 170 reclaims and keeps going higher. SPY is still pushing pretty nice, so hopefully that kind of makes Tesla push up a little bit more. I I expect a little pullback here. I just hopefully it doesn't wick me out way down here and see if we can get the next leg up on Tesla. SPY is rallying pretty nice. Small caps, ONCS is still dropping. Pally is still holding sideways, but that one's probably going to take a little bit of time before it does something, if it even does something. I heard people saying that the shorts are pretty expensive to locate on that one, so you know maybe people are just not going to short it. Um, GOTU is another one I was looking at, kind of flushed this morning pretty hard actually. AMAT is another one I was looking at, kind of flush, reclaiming two, but it's not opening like I wanted to. I wanted that one to reclaim $2 and then see if it can keep coming back up. It's got a high of 2.3, but can't get going on that one. You would get out of Tesla at 171 major order block. I have to get that that thing that you guys use, like Tamimi, the depth of market debt or something like that. Is that the same thing as the order book? Like where you see like the little bubbles? Kevin's saying tomorrow we're gonna get another pally. Well, we saw another pally yesterday. Bookmap. Yeah, so is Tamimi is the same thing you use Bookmap? Is that the same thing, right? Oh, it's not the same. I've never used any of them, so I honestly have no idea. So Bookmap and market depth are two different things. I didn't know that. Bookmap is the ones with the bubbles, the little circles. Pally still holding is interesting, yeah. Tesla's still holding 170. That also looks interesting to me. It keeps making lower lows. It can't break out. Like as soon as it pops up, it looks like buyers are stopping it right away. But that just means that if we do get a nice little pop here, it could do another one of these candles here and take out all of those right there. There's a first candle make a new high if we clear that level, but we couldn't there. I'm thinking maybe move up my stop a lot more if we clear this 170. Like if this thing starts moving past 170 here, I will put my stop right there. Watching Tesla still. I think it's going to decide pick a direction pretty soon. Either we crack this level and move on down to VWAP again, or we get back above 170 and keep going higher. So whichever way it goes, I'm going to set my stop in again, readjust it, and then pick a direction. This move here is kind of looking like this, where it was making lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, creeping on down, and then finally, boom, just ripped. Which if it does that, it could pause all the way down, and I really don't want to let this go all the way down to break even. There it goes a little bit. There it goes. Take your profits. A little bit, a little bit. I definitely have stopped under these candles now. I think it either breaks out of this level here now, or it's just gonna stop me out. Because I do think this right here is kind of looking like this, where it had a flat bottom and it was getting lower, 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 and then finally cracked down. Pally is still holding up, man. There's no way that stock puts another crazy leg like that. Morning, Sergio. Wait, did Argentina win this morning? So I'm fully out of that one. Let me import my trades to see how much I am up today. Anybody been watching the World Cup? which way you think Pally going. Honestly, my bias has to say down because it's put in a huge move, but this is consolidating a lot. This is really consolidating a lot. Wait, Argentina lost? They lost the first game and lost the second game? Or that was the first game? Because they lost, I remind you of Argentina. Oh, I was going to import my stuff. So they've lost 2 games already? I'm up $540 today. That definitely helps a lot. I don't know that I'm a Messi fan, but isn't he the last player to not win a World Cup of the big guys? Like, like, I don't really watch soccer that much. Actually, it's kind of sad. But how much did you earn? I'm up $540 today. Somebody said I was being scared because I took my profit on Tesla. No, because I didn't see Tesla moving on higher anymore. It just was not breaking this 170. I know is a tough level to break, so if this thing pulls back down and we get another attempt, I might re-enter lower, but at that point it just didn't look like it wanted to keep on running, and we had a pretty good move already, so this thing has to breathe a little more. I covered Messi. What do you mean you covered Messi when he came to Chicago for a soccer tour? Nice guy. He seems like a nice guy. I feel like it's him or Ronaldo, and I feel like Messi just seems like a nicer guy. I think he just seems. Oh, Pally breaking down a little bit. Is that where buyers are gonna come in on Pally? I think Messi seems like a nicer guy. You're a freelance photojournalist. Oh, nice. Oh, Ronaldo hasn't won a World Cup either. Oh, then I don't know who I was thinking of. Mexico plays, yeah. Um, Small caps again are looking a little iffy for the rest of the day. Well, not for the rest of the day, at least for now. But guys, I am up 540 bucks, and I am not gonna stop yet. But there's a pretty high chance I just take my money and run today. It has to be one of those days today. It has to be. Yesterday, I had. Yeah, I missed a lot of opportunities. Missed Pally big ol' run. Could have made a lot on Pally. Um, hey, what's up, G's? What happened with World Cup? Like, why did singers cancel? Just curious. No clue what's going on with that. Heard on the news briefly. Tesla pulling on down. Do we get another re-entry on Tesla for the move back up to 170, or is this actually going to pull down and give us another pull all the way down to 160s? But I've had 5 days red in a row, but I did such a good job at keeping them small. So like $200 small, 122 small, 300 small, and then a 400. So today literally takes out like 3 of those days. So even if I wasn't trading good, if I keep them small, the day I get a green day, it just hopefully takes out a lot of them, and I'm back in not being so bad. Oso Polar, that ONCS, man, it just kept on dropping, kept on dropping. Geez, yes, it's free. It's free. Well, you have to open an account. You have to open a broker account. So it's COMS. It's TD Ameritrade. Oh, COMS. And pulling down to pre-market pivot. That actually does not look bad. I did jump in on COMS. I see a market pivot and I see this pivot here. Same one respecting it. I jumped in very small share size though. This is not gonna move much. I guess that's good though. So if it drops a little more, I can add more. But wow, very small share size there. But good trade. Whoever called that out? Who just called that out? Dylan Hess. That's exactly what a pivot looks like. Looking at that 5 minutes, I saw the 5 minute. I saw it pulling back to that level. That's pre-market high. That's this pivot there matches with the same penny, exactly to the same penny. It's telling me that it's being respected, and pretty big pullback. So I expected a little bit of a bounce here, which I mean the second I bought instantly went green. I just didn't buy a lot of shares. I knew it was a 22-cent stock, so I was like, I gotta up my share size a little bit, but I didn't. I just jumped in real quick. See, ONCS is the reason I want to short so bad. Hey, Oso Polar, how much were your fees for ONCS? Were those pricey or not? I'm kind of curious to see how much your fees were on. How long did it take me to learn? I mean, if you do stuff on your own, it's gonna take you a little longer. If you get a course like mine and have everything in front of you, and all you gotta do is study and then watch the market every day, I mean, you get all the information you need, and you can start trading in a couple months. I'm not saying you're gonna be make money and be successful in a couple months, but you'll have all the knowledge you need. So, COMS, I wish I would have jumped in a little bit more share size. Dylan has good job though. I'm assuming you jumped in right at that 22 pivot. So that's a good trade. That's a good trade. Pally Pally's still pulling on down. I might have seen a green earlier, so it might be pulling back a little bit. Man, I really didn't take any size on this thing at all. COMS. I saw it right away. I looked at it and didn't take any size at all. But I guess there's nothing wrong with just leaving them run now. It's like I make $5 or this thing runs back up to highs and I can make a little more. Tesla pulling on back. I mentioned earlier this was looking kind of like that. It's making lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. So it looked to me like it was going to drop down. So forever said, leave your stop in place. Scare money, don't make money, whatever. Sometimes that's true, but sometimes I can see that the stock is struggling to get through a level. It just not wanting to go, and so I took my profit right there and ended up dropping another. Holy crap! Another dollar a share. What kind of data you collect? Kevin is a percentage type of guy. Kevin manages those percentages. It's pretty crazy how he like. There's different types of trading, and I've seen several people that trade like Kevin. Should have sorted when you said. Oh, you're right. Somebody did say shorting on Tesla earlier. Somebody said bless you. Thanks. Two people said bless you. Thanks, guys. Huh. I sneezed earlier. That last chart he had looked like it. That's one thing you cannot do on Thinkorswim. I don't think there's a way for you to see hot levels on Thinkorswim. I've been wondering the same thing. I've asked myself the same question several times before, and I can't figure out how to do it. I can't figure out if there is a way. Man, ONCS is the reason I want to short. Look at this thing. Like, and if you're like, yeah, that's dropping down. This is dropping down 10 cents at a time. Like, here you short here up here. You literally don't even have. This is a stress-free trade right here. Yeah, no way to see hot levels on Thinkorswim. But look at this. Uh, you short here at the open 650s, and you get a move all the way down to 470s. That's almost $2 a share with stress free. Like, you could write this thing with a trailing stop of very tight, and you probably would not have gone stopped out. That's crazy. JD, you're talking about shorting that Tesla? I don't know that I would have shorted it. Actually, I mean, it's still pulling on down, so maybe. I got a lot of lines here. So 167 is that same pre-market one that I do like. I think that's a good resistance there. Support, resistance, whatever that is. After that, we got this pivot here, which is this one, and then this one, which is the all-time low. So that's kind of what I'm looking at on Tesla right now. But I'll hang out here with you guys for a little bit longer. My last 30 days, finally getting a little bit of a bounce here. November is by far the worst month I've had all year long. November last year. How did I do November last year? Actually, I'm kind of curious. Let's see how I did November last year. See, look at my numbers last year compared to my numbers this year. Last year, November, 460, 1100, lost 1100, made 1300, made 800, made 1500, made lost 3K, but then the next day after that, I made 1000, made 2000, made 1500, made 3500 at the end. This right here was like 10K plus month with a $3,000 loss, $4,000 with like almost 5,000 in losses was still a 10K plus month. Big difference in markets. I could lose 3K one day last year, and no problem. Come back the next day and make more. BNSO surging, BNSO surging. Oh, I forgot I still have COMS. Holy crap, I forgot I'm still in COMS. Hey, Dylan, are you still in on... Maybe this is the strategy, bro. Maybe you gotta... What does your course offer? Is it videos and patterns? Yes, my course shows all the videos, all the patterns, all the strategies that I use. From complete beginner, what type of accounts you need, how to open the account, which brokers to get, literally everything. And if you click the link on it, you also see the exact course curriculum that it's included. Plus, there's more. Like you see whatever it says, like strategies, and you see bull flag, but then there's just one. There's actually an example of it. I explain it, and then I show you examples of it. You sold too soon. I'm still in it because I forgot about it, honestly. I'm still in it because I forgot about it, which to me doesn't look like it's gonna come up to another high. So I got stopped under this candle, and I'm gonna leave it like that. That 5-minute candle got pretty stuffed there. Which one are you guys saying? Sympathy, FOMO, Momo. MAD is the one that I keep trying to. It keeps looking like it wants to squeeze, and then it sells it all off, and then it keeps looking like it wants to squeeze, and then it sells it all off. Like Pally says, it's either hold 85.90 end of day close or an uptrend. It could go up to 130 and fly to 240, but hard part is deciding what's gonna do, and I think it's one done day, but tomorrow hoping. Geez. This one going back up. Geez, there's a link here. Let me send you guys. If you guys are interested in my course, I'm gonna send the link to my course on YouTube and on Tradecaster. So let me go ahead and post that here. On TikTok, I cannot post it because I can't post links on TikTok, but it is in my TikTok bio. And then, like I said, I'm offering that discount of 150 off this week for Black Friday. So type in 150 off, no spaces, and you should be able to get that discount if you guys are interested. Dylan Hess with this crazy COMS call. Good job, man. FCX going well. This COMS play, I might be getting rid of most of my shares if we pop a new high. I kind of see it kind of stumbling here. It might get this new high here. If it does, I'm going to sell half. There it is. So I'm selling half on that spike there. And I'm just going to... Oh! Okay. No, 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 no. What a nice call, man. What a nice play. Sell them all equity stocks. What a nice play, Dylan. At least you made some money on it, though. At least you made some money. I do see Pally curling up, and Tesla, after that 170, I said it didn't like it. Tesla not really moving today. I feel like it's been like this the last couple of days, or maybe just because I haven't traded Tesla. But like yesterday was good. Yesterday could have been a good day. That's the day. I guess the day before that too. But after that, this is looking like the day. That is looking like today. You know, big old range from up to 170 70s down to 166. Kind of just hanging in a range. Unfortunate. And breaking my heart as we speak. It's 450 minus the 150 discount. I made my own. It's my own. And I'm not saying if you take my course you're guaranteed to make money. You're not. I'm teaching you everything about the market that you need to know, or everything that I know. Hmm. Let me see, Pally. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions, man. Let me know if you have any questions. Pally kind of broke downtrend a little bit. Oh, so are you back here? Oh, Zach was jumping in on COMS. Did you see it when we called it out, Zach, or did you see it before as well? Because I hadn't seen it at all. I wasn't even looking at this stock until Dylan called it out, and then I took the trade. And honestly, I forgot about it. Like I saw it, and when I see a setup that I like and setup that I know things to work, I did not hesitate. I saw that pre-market. I saw this push. I saw it pull back. I literally clicked the buy button, and I set a stop in place, and I literally forgot about it. After you guys called it out, yeah, probably this red candle right here. I show you how to buy, how to put a stop. I show you how to manage your trades. Like click the link, geez, click the link. I'm just gonna do it for you. This is the link. This is everything that's included in the course. All of these videos. And these videos have several like videos in it. It's not just one. So I go from what is the market, how does the market move, broker types, this is really important to understand, paper money, trade with fake money, so if you're scared of losing money, you think the course is not worth it, you can always do this until you show that you can make money, and then therefore you don't have excuses to go into real money and lose money. If you're not profitable here, then you shouldn't move over there. Basics, all the basics of candlesticks, patterns, all that stuff. Actually, that's not patterns, but order types, like the market and all that stuff. Alec, Louisiana, what's up? Thinkorswim, this is a platform that I use. I have a lot of tutorials in here of showing you how to move the platform and stuff like that. Resistance, patterns, indicators, swing trading, how to find the stocks. This is what I put in my scanners. And then these are all the strategies, patterns that you're talking about here. There, examples, level 2, time and sales, and psychology. So there's a lot. Rodrigo, how's your morning going? So far I am green on the day. Finally some ONCS. ONCS is like a rock, dude. It's just free falling. I'm telling you, I don't understand. Like shorts are absolutely eating on that stock. That's why I want Osa Polar. Yes, nothing in my course is public anywhere else. Nothing in my course is public anywhere else. I am not the person to charge you guys for something that you could have literally seen anywhere else. I'm pretty strict about that because I don't want people to pay for something and then they're like, oh, I saw this YouTube video of him. COMS, daily opening up still, but how far are we going to go? Was COMS a gapper? How did you guys keep an eye on COMS? Because COMS, looking at the daily chart, clean pivot off of 18 cents as well. Like this little support right here, clean pivot off of that as well. Pally is moving so slow. I really don't think this one's going to do anything. If it does, it's going to rip out of nowhere. It's a percentage scan. I see a couple of stocks popping on my scanner, but X is one of them. Been grinding all day long. $150 off. $150 off is the coupon. So X was one. What's the other one? AEO is another one. AEO is another. Why does this have the earnings conference call in the middle of the day for AEO? That's weird. How's everybody doing? Green, red today? Oh, Sergio's in my course, yeah. Hassan, big green, yep. Hassan is green. Sniper Trade's big green as well. Zach, probably pretty big green. Sniper Trade's very big green, okay. Rosenda, what's up, man? How are you doing? Take a short now on Tesla. What am I trading? I was keeping an eye on Tesla, but it seems to just want to literally go sideways for now. Sorry, I got the hiccups. You were big red, now small green. Way to stay calm, Rosendo. Way to get back at it. Way to get back at it. I just realized my SPY chart has been on a 1 hour time frame. No wonder it's like not moving. Honestly, SPY looks like a little 5-minute flag here. It looked like a 5-minute flag here. This is what kind of what a pivot looks like. On SPY, guys, this is kind of what a pivot looks like. You get that nice push, you get the pull back with lower volume, and then you pull right back to a pivot right there. And that's where you take the trade here, and then you would have gone that nice move there. J Padillo's green. Oh, I guess I'm still on COMS. Again, I forgot about it. Is this thing... Well, actually, it looks like another 5-minute flag on COMS. I forgot I was still in this again. Sergio, it's up. I posted it. I posted it yesterday. I announced it on the Discord and I announced it on my Instagram. That new video is up. I added a new video, so somebody requested to put a new video on my course that I had not covered a topic about. And so I made that video and I uploaded it. So if you guys have any topics that I don't cover, you just request it and I'll make it and add it to the course. Gosh, ONCS is absolutely incredible. Look at the 5-minute chart on ONCS. Jesus. There's a private Discord, yes. Rosendo, which one did you trade to get back to green? What trades did you take to get back to green? Jeez, bro. Like, nobody's gonna let me say this, like, trading is not easy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this now. If you're interested in getting the course, obviously I don't want you to get the course and be like, man, I'm not making money or whatever. I'm gonna tell you something. Trading is not easy. Okay, but it's definitely possible. You can definitely make money trading. You can definitely make a living trading. You can definitely make $30,000 a day trading if you wanted to. If you have the money, you have the skill, if you've mastered it, you can make as much as you want. Alright? My course is not going to guarantee you to make money. My course is not going to guarantee you to be successful in 2 months, be profitable at all. It doesn't. But I'm going to show you everything about the stock market. You know, how to open an account, which account types you need to know about, what rules you should not be breaking, how to get around those rules, you know, how to set up your platform, how to put charts here, charts there, how to buy, how to sell, how to put your stop, how to take the trade, where you should probably take the trades, the patterns, where the patterns do, what are the patterns typically do statistically, what's the percentage of patterns, not statistically like an actual percentage, but like patterns, you know, what, like when you see this pattern, most likely it's going to do this. Is it going to do that? No, it's not, you know. But all of that strategies, my strategies that I use, how to scalp, how to take a trade, how to leave some runners, where to take profit, you know, everything, you know. I know you keep asking questions left and right, and I'm answering them for you. But a lot of it is, you know, I can't tell you everything in my course, and then out of nowhere you're gonna be like, oh, now I know how to day trade. Now I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna tell you everything in the course that you need, and then you have to go and apply it yourself. I'm not gonna be the one trading for you. I'm not gonna be the one telling you where to buy, where to sell, all of that stuff. So you gotta put the effort in, learn everything off my course. If there's still anything you don't understand, you obviously can always ask me afterwards. Anyways. And then you also have me to, if you take a trade here and you send me a screenshot of it and say, look, this is the trade I took today. What did I do wrong or not? And I'll tell you, hey, that was a good trade, bad loser, you know. Or hey, that you're buying at the wrong stud. You absolutely chased it. You absolutely bought a stock with no volume, you know, stuff like that. So. And that goes for everybody, you know, that goes for everybody. If you guys really want to take the time, obviously I made the course and I'm charging for it because I can't spend 2, 3 months, 4 months making that course, spend money on equipment, camera, whiteboard, all that stuff, you know, and then give it for free. Nobody's going to give you that information for free. I learned the hard way. I watched YouTube videos. I learned by losing money in the market. I learned by sitting here 6, 8 months straight up studying, not knowing what to study, not knowing what to look for, and took me a longer time to learn it. If you want to cut that in half, cut that in fours, and learn 4 times faster, then a course is good for that. You have everything organized. You have somebody directly to learn from, somebody that's profitable, somebody to ask questions on. Quick question: is day trading just noticing patterns? Not quite. I mean, patterns are a part of it, but like I said right now, like you're gonna have to learn things on your own. There's a thing called intuition in trading, and I think it actually plays not a big factor, but oh my God, COMS. I'm still writing this up, Dylan. What the heck? If you buy my course, basically an investment for education, just like school. In school, you buy books, etc., and learn to try and pass the course, but it's not guaranteed if you don't put the work. Yeah, exactly. I want to sell a little bit more of this COMS play because this thing's. Oh, I did caps. Wow, I've never actually had a pretty nice run like this. This is crazy. Actually, when I set that next pivot there, I saw it. Anyways, um, I have to charge for the course, and you guys have to pay to learn. But oh, Tinkon King. So intuition, but the patterns, knowing time and cells, level 2, all takes skill to learn, all takes time to master. There's a lot of times when I bail out of a trade and not necessarily a pattern. For example, Tesla, not necessarily a pattern here on Tesla that I was like, oh, I don't like this because there's no pattern here, right? I mean, maybe you could have said break up uptrend there, broke it, you're kind of flagging down, all that stuff. But at some point, me watching the stock right here, I saw green coming in, and it's just kind of making this flat top right there. Flat top at 170.15. And again, tried it up, and then flat top. Tried it up, flat top. So I kind of noticed that, and I was like, yeah, I don't think this is going to break. That's just me experience knowing, hey, I've watched stocks too much, watched these every single day, that when I see stuff like that, everything is green. Time on sales is green, and the stock cannot move higher, cannot break higher. It's probably not going to. It's probably just going to turn back around. So stuff like that. Um, but you do start to get a feel for stocks. You do start, like, for example, COMS. A lot of times you guys call out, like 90% of the times you guys call out stocks, and I look at them and I'm like, nah. I look at it and I'm like, nah. You guys are like staff, BNCO, it's okay. It needs some volume. And then Dylan. COMS, I looked at it and I was like, oh my god, that looks good. Within 5 seconds, I hit the buy button. Like, as soon as I saw the stock, I scanned the chart real quick. I looked at it and I said, you know what, that actually looks good. And so I jumped in it real quick. So it's stuff like that. How was I able to know that the stock you called out, that Dylan called out, I instantly bought, as opposed to 90% of the other stocks that you guys call out? I don't even look at them for more than 5 seconds, because at that point I already know, hey, this stock actually looks pretty good. So my course is pretty cheap. Yeah, it is pretty cheap. Man, COMS, Dylan, what a banger, man. What a banger, Dylan. I'm not up much on this thing, but the trade itself was pretty crazy. Brother's still making at it, making bread. I'm still on this trade here for COMS. I don't know how high this thing is gonna go, but I still have some shares left. But this is Sergio. As a matter of fact, if anybody's in my course watching it right now, I posted that video about pivots. I want you guys to take a look at COMS, and I want you guys to draw out the pivots and then post it on my course Discord and see who gets them right, because this thing is pivots left and right. COMS. If you guys are in my course, COMS pivots, NWTN shot an alert. NWTN is actually still moving on higher. Descending triangle and QQQQ 1 hour time frame. Yeah, I kind of see it right here. But it's kind of like SPY. I think we are trying. Oh, actually, not on this one. Yeah, that's what I see too, right there. So QQQQ kind of making a descending triangle. or I guess a falling wedge almost type thing, pennant, whatever you want to call this, but that's a pattern, you know. You can see a nice little bit of support line, a nice little bit of resistance line. If you break this to the top side, you could be looking for a long entry somewhere around there to go higher. If you get a short entry here, retest, you could be looking for short and a move lower. Also today, this morning, I mentioned on SPY, this morning on SPY, I said we kind of had a little bit of a downtrend on SPY as well, and we did break it. I did say that this morning. I said we broke this little bit of a downtrend on SPY. I was like, I think today SPY is going to end up moving up because of that break of downtrend. We broke that downtrend, and we could get a nice little entry on SPY and see if this thing wants to keep going up, and it actually is. So NWTN actually popping up to a high still though. 832 is the high of yesterday. Not that close, but it's grinding up today. What time is it? 10. Been streaming for what, an hour and a half? 2 hours almost. That's usually what I stream. So 10 more minutes, 10, 15 more minutes. Yeah, good job. Good job, jeez. What was I gonna say? I'm still in on CO, dude. COMS. Holy crap. Yeah, Sergio. COMS. Like, holy crap. This thing is. Yeah, Spy is strong. How are you doing today, Rome? Did you see that same break of downtrend on Spy today? I guess I could have been looking at Spy because of that break of downtrend, but on the bigger time frame, I know you don't include after hours, but you might be able to see it without him anyways. There's so many lines on Spy now. Spy does have a little previous resistance up at 398. I wonder if we pull back a little bit there. Kind of a tweezer top there, double top on Spy at 398 on the 1 hour, 4 hour charts. And then after that, 400 is pretty strong. You can see 400, several spikes there as well. Oh, you also mentioned that 398. Yeah, you do have a pretty nice uptrend on SPY for everybody that's watching SPY. Zach, are you still trading futures? SPY, you could get up to 398 if you start rejecting 398 here and you get on the backside of this trend line, you could be looking for a short down to view up. That's what I would be looking for, being patient there. A lot of times you get this pretty good moves where SPY just kind of trends in one direction pretty cleanly, where it gives you a clean trend line, and then you can often find the clean break of it to the downside. Especially when you see it kind of start getting stuffed. Like this to me looked like a stuff, even though we still moved higher, it looked like a stuff, and then that right there looks like a stuff. Those two right there. So maybe it gets one last push, 398. So that tweezer top, double top on the 4 hour, 1 hour, and then breaks this trend line and then keeps on moving lower. So we'll see, we'll see. People on TikTok, you guys have any questions? Martine, I see that QQQ pattern you drew out. I even put it on the screen for you guys. Let me see. It's already 10. I've been streaming for 2 hours, trading for 2 hours. I'm still in on COMS. It's kind of the last thing I'm waiting for. but it's still riding up, so I'm not making much off of it. I have 200 shares on a stock that's moving pennies, so every time it moves up, it's barely anything. But no reason for me to sell. But I will import my trades. Last time I checked, I was up $540 on the day. And let me see how much I am up now. Upload journal. Currently, I am up $585, and I still have open shares on COMS. So I'm close to $10 off of 600 bucks. Zach almost got in towards the low of SPY. I've been looking at SPY and Tesla pretty every day, Zach. And I've been calling some plays out that I just absolutely fumbled, but I don't know how. I've been calling out some pretty accurate plays. So I've been keeping an eye on Tesla and SPY a little more, but I'm trying to stay away from the whole scalping type thing, from the whole, today it helped, I played the downside here looking for the low move on Tesla. Didn't work out. Played the long side, see if Tesla wants to go green today. Didn't work out. I get it. But like yesterday I played out, I had some levels. I had this level here of 170, what was it, 73.32 level. I was like, if we break that, I'm shorting. Missed that one. And then I had 172.08 from the 4-hour time frame. Pulled right through it, bounced right up to it. You can see I already have that level there. Missed that one. And then I had the 170 short where we had this pivot here. It came back up to 170 here. Missed that short there. So missed this short, and missed that short. Absolutely fumbled it. And actually, an easy trade as well. If you look at yesterday's low of day, or 2 days ago low of day is 176.62. Yesterday Tesla opened, literally rejected 176.62 twice. The low of day from 2 days ago, perfect pivots there, perfect resistance there. That could have also been two more shorts there and there. And I mean, if you would have shorted any of these yesterday on Tesla, 176, 173, 170, 172, it still went down to lows of 167. That's almost $10 plus on all of them. So definitely fumbled the bag several times on Tesla yesterday. It was pretty upsetting. It was pretty upsetting. And then today, I said my levels were 167.57 and 170. And so far, Tesla has literally stayed in between those two levels pretty much. 167.57, I called that out before market open, and then 170 as well. I had those before market open. So both of those levels, literally Tesla trading in between them. I'm trading a lot of SPY options. Are you trading, Juan, would you say COMS off that pivot just now? At this point, maybe not. You could still take some trades, but it's moving. It's made a pretty good move. Always look at the 5 minute. Always look at what the stock has done. It doesn't seem like a lot for the stock to just go from 19 to 28 cents. But if you look at it percentage wise, that's 50%. The stock just moved 50% in 20 minutes. So that's a big move. So definitely be a little more cautious. Doesn't mean you can't play them. Just trade in small share size. But first pivot, aggressive. Second pivot, take some size off. Third pivot, take some size off. And keep riding it up. As far as the rest of the day, I am green today. Mike trades. I saw your comment yesterday. Thank you about it. Thank you about that as well on my recap. I think that was you. I'm green almost $600 today, so that takes off like 3 of my red days in the last couple of days or weeks or whatever. Oh, Zach posted a chart. Let me see. Q looks like it wants to explode up. Oh, I see it. I see it. What is that green rectangular looking line you got on there, Zach? What is that green, like, square looking thing? Mike Trace, how are you doing today, man? But by the way, for Tesla, same thing. You see my zone 170 to 167. You could look for the opening of that retest and keep going, or the down break of 167.57 to the bottom side retest and go down. If you don't get the retest, you could chase it maybe a smaller size, but always be careful that those are going to be riskier. But that's what I'm looking at Tesla for the rest of today. Oh, automatically plots the previous day's high. Oh, that's nice. So I've been trading for about 2 hours. Usually what I stream, usually what I trade, 2 hours exactly right now. You got a nice scalp on DWAC and up on SPY calls. Yeah, I had a feeling SPY was gonna break out today just because it broke down trend in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Well, actually, there's my trend line on SPY. Even held it again. But good job, Mike Trades. My trades today was on Pally. I absolutely fumbled the bag on Pally, but it's okay. I made $200 or 180 on it. I made $180 on Pally, but I bought it there and sold it there. I missed this. But look at Pally now. What the heck? I start streaming 8:15 Central Time. So whatever time that is for you. So I'm probably going to be done streaming here soon, guys. Pally, I'm probably not going to touch for the rest of the day. It's kind of risky here to take the trades on this one. This is the one with the small float. So this thing could rip up and you're like, oh, it's going to hit new high. It's going to squeeze. It's going to halt again. And then could absolutely dump flush on you. Reverse. For the rest of the day, if you guys are looking at Tesla, like I said, over 170, retest 170, you could be looking to the long side. Under 167.57, you could be looking at 166 and a new all-time low of 165.38 on Tesla. SPY, pretty good, strong move this morning. It's just literally giving you an obvious trend line touch to the upside. So kind of forming a rising wedge pattern here. I think if if SPY goes up to 398-ish, 398, even a lower high here, if you break this uptrend line here, look for the retest, maybe chase it short a little bit. I only say chase it short because not all the time you're going to get a retest. You could take a small short, and then if you get the retest, add back in. But SPY, pretty clean, obvious pattern here. If you break that trend line, I could see SPY go ahead and pull back down to VWAP, pull back down to, anything like that. So going to keep an eye on that one. Both SPY and Tesla, those are my plans. Zach posted an NQ chart, and somebody else had called out a QQQ chart as well in the 1 hour time frame, so I went over that one. Small caps are absolutely dead. Pally's the only one. COMS actually as well. Keep an eye on that one. But I think this one's got to have a little bit of a bigger pullback. I wouldn't be surprised if COMS kind of like pulled down a little more, gave a little bit more breathing room, maybe down to 25 cents, maybe down to VWAP, and then got the next leg in, which I'm still somehow holding this trade, but I'm not just going to close it. It's 200 shares. And literally, if it went up like another 10 cents, I'd still be up $2 more. So it's really not that much. And I want to see exactly how much I am up. So profit for today. Oh, because it was unrealized. $594 with 53 cents. So $600 today. $600 today to finish out this day. TBLT ripping. TBLT ripping. What's the high on TBLT? I know this stock was just on scanners. 378 before. TBLT ripping, but it does have a pretty strong resistance at 293. I don't think this goes over $3. I don't know that TBLT goes over $3. Keep an eye on it though. It could, but now if it does go over $3 and reclaims $3, then you could start looking for some more trades. But I think just looking at the 5 minutes, 293 looks pretty strong, where sellers might step in on this one. 293. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out for the rest of the days. You guys have a good one. If you guys have any questions about my course, trading, or just anything in general, if you guys are still looking at stocks for the rest of the day, you guys can hop in on my Discord and chat there. And that's it, guys. You guys take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Reminder, Thursday is going to be Thanksgiving, market closed, and then Friday is half day. So I probably will not even stream Friday since I won't even be home. But you guys take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank God for a green day for myself. Some of you guys absolutely killed it in Pally. Some of you guys absolutely killed it at shorting ONCS. What else did we get? Dylan Hess absolutely killed it with the calls. That was crazy. And everybody else, I think most of you guys were green. And if you are red, try to keep it small and just try to not revenge trade and come back tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. And yep, that's it. Later.